Hi. Sorry that this is on the old mobile phone camera. The other camera, the flip camera, just ran out of battery and I can't be bothered to charge it up. And I just feel like making this rant while it's still fresh in my mind. So I just finished watching The Human Centipede. Yeah, that movie. So obviously this rant will probably contain spoilers, so don't watch if you're worried about that. Don't listen. Just kind of wanted to share a few thoughts of it. First of all, and mainly, I kind of share the thoughts of the director. I mean, the movie doesn't deserve all the bad backlash that it gets and the severe controversy, or whatever the word would be. It gets a lot of hate and stuff. But, you know, it's a horror. It's what you expect. God forbid a horror movie be horrific, right? I'll admit it is a really sick idea, but, you know, it's a movie, it's fantasy, I can deal with it. It didn't make me feel sick because I can deal with fantasy stuff like that, you know. But there are some random points from the movie that I kind of want to bring up if I can remember them. I probably won't remember all of them, but anyway. I didn't like the movie, just so you know. I wouldn't watch it again, and I thought the ending sucked massively. So yeah, here we go, I guess. There's the first bit where the three people are on the beds, and one of them manages to bite her way out of the arm thing and get up out of bed. And she runs from the room, you know, buggers off all over the house. She knew where the phone was in the kitchen because, you know, she heard the doctor guy using it before. So why didn't she go for the phone, make a phone call? Unless, I guess, maybe she doesn't know the emergency numbers in Germany. Don't know. Then again, they were unconscious when they were dragged to the basement, so maybe she didn't know the way to the kitchen. I guess I can let that one slide. There was also a phone next to the doorway out of the doctor's sort of room down in the basement, but I guess, you know, she was too busy being chased. But why did she have to go back for her friend? There was this one time when she easily could have made an escape, but she went back down to the basement to untie her friend and drag her unconscious body out. You know, if I was in that situation, I would have escaped, you know, went for help, told people about the house, rather than you stay in the house any longer. So it's kind of late and I'm getting kind of tired. It's 5 AM, so my mind might be not working very well right now. I hope you can make sense of this, though. A lot later in the movie, there's those police, the detectives or something, that show up. I think the basement stairs were sort of nearish the kitchen, if I remember the layout of the house right. But even if not, all the noise that the Japanese guy was making, how the heck did they not hear it? Seriously, has the doctor got like soundproof doors or something? That was really loud. And then, oh yeah, the doctor gives the police the same sort of pill thing in their water that he gave the girls. It worked on the girls in like 5 minutes. But for the police, the only one that drank the water, you know, they went off to get a search warrant, came back 20 minutes later, like they said, I guess. And only then, when they started looking around the house, it worked on him. He started puking and everything. So, why did it not work as quickly on him? You know, I expected him to start falling asleep on the doctor's couch, and then the other police would be like, "What the fuck? Right, you're coming with me." But no, he just gets up, he's not drowsy at all, and wanders off. They get a search warrant and everything. And then when they come back, the other police guy goes off and gets shot, and so the police that didn't drink the water, still in his right mind and everything, kicks the door down and sees the three people, like, you know, the human centipede, and he's just like, whoa, no, I'm going to help my friend. You know, police generally bring phones and things with them, don't they? Why not make a call for backup, since there's obviously some weird shit going down? And then he goes to find his friend shot dead in the pool, and he's like, oh my god, completely let down my guard, and just stare at him. And then he gets shot. And, you know, he gets shot there twice, in like the kidney or something, and that just makes him stumble over. And he manages to shoot the doctor, so the doctor's dead. But then he just falls over, dead as well. He doesn't spend the last moments of his life, which will probably be a bit longer than, you know, 20 seconds, which is what he got. He could have pulled out a walkie-talkie or something, called for backup at the last minute to save the people that he saw. But no, he apparently doesn't give a crap about them. Before that, there's the bit where the Japanese guy manages to stab the doctor in the foot and the knee and bites his neck, which gives him time to like get upstairs and start making an escape. So he starts smashing the window with the lamp thing. He doesn't manage to break the window, but then the doctor catches up, and they're about to have this crawling battle. The doctor's got his scalpel, and the Japanese guy's got this freaking great big lamp stick thing, which is like made of metal. So he puts that down and picks up a tiny bit of glass. Yes, that'll definitely compete with a freaking scalpel, won't it? I would have just smacked the doctor over the head a few times with the thing and continued on my window breaking business. And they're really kind of the only things I can think of, I think. There's a lot of unnecessary faffing about in the movie. Yeah. So anyway, that's my rant. It was... I don't even know. The heck. I've got bragging rights, I can say I survived the movie. It was sick, I'll admit, a sick idea, but, you know, that's what horror is all about. But, you know, I got through it relatively unscathed. It didn't bother me at all. I don't know what that means. Probably just means I'm strong-minded, because, you know, things like that don't really bother me. It's just a movie, it's a fantasy movie. Anyway, I'm going to stop blabbing now. That was the human centipede. I'm not interested in the second one. I don't really care. I mean, the only reason I watched this one in the first place was to see what the heck it's all about. Why was it banned? Why is everyone so disgusted at it? And why is it considered the most horrifyingly horror movie in the world? It's kind of boring. I was unimpressed. Bad acting. It felt like a really old movie as well, which I guess is okay, because, you know, that's no different from, you know, that's no different from, is it Capcom, making Mega Man 9 and 10 recently, when the 8-bit era is over. There's nothing wrong with doing an old style movie, I guess. Anyway, I said I was going to stop blabbing. So yeah. I wouldn't recommend seeing it. If you've seen it and liked it, you know, all strength to you and everything, that's fine. To each their own, but I just felt like pointing out some flaws that I thought, a lot of them. And the ending just sucked, really, in my opinion. The one girl in the middle was left alive, her friend behind her died from, like, disease. the Korean in front of the Japanese guy in front of her slit his own throat with the glass for some stupid reason. And that was it. She was just left there. It faded out to credits with just the sound of her crying as she stood there on her hands and knees in the room. The end. I guess she probably died as well before anyone else came to follow up search the house after the police didn't get any feedback from the other two. Oh well. Bye. This was Paul's Ranting at 5 AM. Gosh. Good night. Bing! Movie.